It's been a fat minute, ladies and gentlemen, but I am back. I have missed you guys. Welcome to the 713 Houston Sports YouTube channel. I am Mr. 713 himself, coming back from a long hiatus. Guys, I did not forget, once we get to 4,000 subscribers, this lovely piece of Texans memorabilia will be given out. This is one of the pieces of the first footballs to ever score at NRG. Guys, it has Andre Johnson's signature at the front. J.J. Watts, Case Keenum, Matt Schaub, and John Weeks on the back. If you want to be in a contest to get this, to get this memorabilia, you have to answer one question: Is how would you feel if Deshaun Watson was the Week 1 starter? If you answer that question, you're automatically in, and that's going to be a segue into this video. Is what if Deshaun Watson suits up Week 1? How would you feel? Because a lot of right now the fan base is torn. I want Watson completely gone, and I at one point was a part of that. I want Winston gone at all costs. Send him to Miami. Send him to wherever he wants to go. Get him out of here. And as the months have passed and he has not been traded, we heard it was going to be at the deadline. I'm sorry, we heard it was going to be at the draft. It didn't happen. We heard it was going to be in June. It did not happen. As far as we know, Deshaun Watson is still a member of the Houston Texans. If you looked at his tweets today, he was liking, the Texans character development coach's tweets. A bunch of that was just talking about calming down yourself, and betting on yourself as well. And we've heard the phrase that time heal all wounds. What if Deshaun Watson goes to Nick Casario and goes to David Culley and say, I'm sorry for all this stuff. Well, he's probably not going to apologize, but all this stuff that happened in the past. Let's just forget about it. Let's start on a new leaf, and let me be your quarterback. And for one, what is Nick Casario and David Culley going to say? They're obviously going to say yes. We know Deshaun Watson is a talented quarterback. We know he could be a top 3 quarterback. We know he could be an MVP caliber player. What he has to fix is the damage that he done in the offseason, right? He pretty much gave up on us. He was acting brand new, liking tweets, tweeting out lyrics, was being the quote unquote diva. But can he negate that it come Week 1 and start for the Houston Texans? How successful do you think this offense could be? And before I get onto the whole each individual position group, and I'll get on that later. How successful can the Houston Texans be with Deshaun Watson? And I think it could probably be an 8-win team. If you look at the way the Houston Texans played last year, they had no run game, and a part of that was also for the offensive line. They addressed that by bringing in James Catman. They addressed that by bringing in people along the offensive line, and Justin Britt and Marcus Cannon. We have a new offensive line coach in James Catman. That offensive line in itself should be fixed because last year it was so horrible that there was only no way to go but up. Last year you had David Johnson and you had Duke Johnson at the fold, and now you added in 2 more running backs who I think could surpass those 2, and one Philip Lindsay who I think could be a Pro Bowler for the Houston Texans if he stays healthy and he continues to do what he did at Denver. And not only that, Mark Ingram, he's going to be your 4th and 1, your 3rd and 1, your goal line back. The type of leadership that he brings is only going to excite the players, and it's only going to excite this team. And if you have someone like Deshaun Watson come back, there's nobody better than having a Mark Ingram back there and bring the team back into bring them back together. When you look at the tight end position for the Houston Texans, we haven't really been excited about the tight end position, in a long time. Maybe since, Jordan Thomas's rookie season where he had 4 touchdowns. We are excited again for Brevin Jordan. We are excited for Kahale Warren. We are excited to see what Jordan Akins can do. And, those are all position places that last year weren't really productive. If you look at the wide receiving core as well, you lose Will Fuller, you lose Charles Hanson. I don't know what's going to happen with Kiki. Hopefully, hopefully he proves himself this year. You lose Will Fuller, a crazy deep threat, but then you add Nico Collins, a wide receiver, who I am super hyped about. You still have Brandon Cooks, who had a 1,000-yard season. Brandon Cooks just, is going to be productive wherever he goes. But then you add Nico Collins on the other side, a 6'4" wide receiver who can catch the ball, who has speed, who is your deep threat, who's your ex-wide receiver. I don't know how you don't look at the situation and think, well, if Deshaun Watson plays, this offense could be successful. Yes, they can. They're going to do things that they couldn't do last year, which is 1, be a good offensive line, 2, run the ball. all those things get fixed, and all those things makes the offense better, and in return, it makes the whole defense better as well. If you could keep a defense that isn't good off the field, then you're doing your job. And our defense last year went absolutely horrible. It was one of the worst in history. We couldn't stop the run to save our lives. They were attacking our cornerbacks. Everyone remembers that Packers game when Aaron Rodgers just picked us apart. You bring in, a guy like Desmond King. You trade for a Shaq Lawson. You're hoping that Justin Reed, you're hoping that Zach Cunningham, bounce back from their horrible, horrible seasons that that they had last year. But if Deshaun Watson is here, this Houston Texas team might be able to win a few games. How much? We don't know. That depends on scheming. That depends on the new coaches. That also depends on Tim Kelly, who I think might be the offensive coordinator again. We don't know. But as far as I know, guys, I am back. The videos will be coming soon. As always, go Houston, Texas. And as always, you guys have a very blessed day.